Please like and subscribe to this channel. Our guest today on the Britain's Community Channel podcast is a charity founder, award winner of 17 awards since 2017. Most recently in January, a British Citizen Award at the Houses of Parliament for their service to healthcare. In June, the Rising Star Awards for the East Midlands charity in recognition for the amazing community support. And in July, an Acquisition International magazine for being selected as the 2020 Global Excellence Award Best Non-Profit Cancer Support 2020 UK. It is my honour and privilege to welcome Lorraine Lewis, award winner, founder and fundraiser of the Lewis Foundation on my channel. Thank you for giving up your time to talk to me.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Thank you.
Tell me more about the Lewis Foundation for people who don't know what it is.
Yeah, sure. So the Lewis Foundation is a charity that we provide gift packages and support to adults that are going through cancer treatment in hospital. And the gifts range from things such as puzzle books, magazines, it might be toiletries, pamper packs. Basically, they're items that are given for free, which people can pick what they would like. And the aim of it is that when somebody's in hospital going through cancer treatment, they have something to help take their mind off going through treatment, or have an item that helps to make them feel comfortable whilst they're having treatment. So for us, the gift giving and the time we spend with people is about providing people with that support whilst they're in hospital, just so they have someone whilst they're in there, help to reduce loneliness, help to take their mind off thinking about what they're going through. And that's the whole reason why the Lewis Foundation exists, is for that very reason, just to basically find a reason for people to smile during a really difficult time.
Has that been a bit of a challenge during the current situation we're in?
Yes, definitely. I mean, we started the charity a number of years ago, as you said, and the whole concept behind it was the fact that we used to go in hospital when my mother-in-law was having cancer treatment, and we identified how tough it was for people in hospital. We saw a lot of loneliness. We saw that for people there was too much thinking time and nothing to do. And that is when that idea came about, with the giving of the gifts and spending time with people, just to, like I said, to make people feel better. So over the last few years, that's what we've done. We go into hospitals around the Midlands and we give these gifts, and we would spend time with people. However, then lockdown, when it hit in March of this year, it really hit us all hard and changed how our charity operated. It was hard because in the early days of lockdown, you probably remember when the shops were being stripped of items, it made it really hard for us to get items that we needed for the gift packs. So it was a result of, businesses and people we knew and supporters that would rally around to try and get us the items that we needed so that we could continue to keep going. And what we would do normally in the past was we provide just over 2,500 gifts a month to the hospitals we support. But what happened because of lockdown, to get all these gifts ready, we used to pack in our local community centre in Northampton. However, because of social distancing, that had to stop. So overnight, it became that we couldn't do that anymore. And it was just like a small number of people that would pack gifts at home. So it made it really tough and hard for those people, because we'd gone from, having on an average week between 20 to 30 people coming to help us pack to a handful of people. So there was a lot of pressure. And then we also had the challenge of actually the giving of the gift. Hospital has restricted visiting. So it meant for us that the nurses would hand out the gifts for us, but we couldn't spend time with people like we used to, which is something we love doing, like spending time with people and getting to know them and having a chat and helping them to pass the time. But we are grateful for the hospital because what they have done is that we get the gifts to them and now they hand it out on our behalf. So for us, it enables us to continue to provide a service, yes, slightly in a different way, but at least people are getting something to help support them during their treatment. So lockdown has been a massive adaptation, and for us, we're still in that stage where we can't give the gifts out personally because visiting is restricted in all the hospitals we support. So at the moment, we're just continuing as we are in the hospital supporting us in the handing out.
That's a very, very worthwhile cause. You've mentioned the challenges that you've faced.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was your main inspiration for starting the Lewis Foundation?
Yeah, sure. So it was down to my mother-in-law. She spent probably around 4 years in and out of hospital when she was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. And we spent so much time in Northampton General Hospital on Talbot Butler Ward and also in Leicester Royal Infirmary when she had her bone marrow transplant. And during the period where she had a bone marrow transplant, she was in hospital for around 6 months. So for us, we spent so much time in the hospital. And for me, it was my first experiences of anybody having cancer. I'd never experienced it before. And whilst I'd seen adverts and stuff, I hadn't really fully appreciated what it was like for somebody until I was in that situation, witnessing what it was like for people. And for myself and my husband Lee, who we set up the charity together, we just thought we've got to do something to try and make people feel a bit better. And before we even got to the charity idea, we would be going to the hospital shops and we would be buying things for people just to help them pass the time, make them feel a bit better. And then we'd go around and hand it out and sit with people. And then it was when we noticed that difference in people's mood and how they were smiling and how it made them feel. It was that inspired us to create a charity to make people feel better. Now, for me and Lee, like we've got no experiences of setting up a charity or anything of that nature, but we didn't care because it was about we're witnessing people in situations that are really hard and scary for them, for their loved ones, and for us, it was just literally about making life a little bit better for people. So our inspiration is because of the time we spent in hospital and what we witnessed. And that's why we felt we had to do something to try and help make a difference.
It's a very endearing way and a bit of an motivational and inspiring way of, from an experience you've had, trying to make it easier for other people in that same situation. How has your business model of volunteers changed during this whole pandemic?
Yeah, so I mean, we did a lot of face to face with our volunteers, especially as I mentioned, with our community gift packing, which would take place once a week. So we would pack all the gifts ready for the hospital, and that stopped, which was a shame, as it was a really nice way for us to see our volunteers on a regular basis. But it was also great to have people come along and see and learn what we do and ask us questions about what we're doing. And more importantly for us, people could see that when they donate, whether it's money or gift items, they can physically see where it's going. Because for us, that was really important, that we're conscious of the fact that people are saying, oh, for charities, like we give money, we don't know where it goes. So for us, having the community aspect and getting the community involved in things like that, the gift packing, and we had people hand out as well in the hospitals, it just gave that element that, look, you're helping support us, and look, you can physically see where it's going and what we're doing, and that is making a difference. So yeah, we've had to adapt that from being this community based to now people gift packing at home. So we coordinate it and we drop off at all our volunteers' homes, and we've got all the government guidance and social distancing measures in place to do that, so it's done safely, and then we collect the items. So yeah, it's not the same, but at the same time, it's enabling us to continue to deliver our services in a slightly different way from what we used to do before. And then since like lockdown, in terms of like volunteers helping us fundraise or at events, everything's moved virtually. So yeah, we've lost that whole element of like being together, but we do try and keep connected where we can, online or via when we see each other when we do our dropping off our gift packing. So we try and keep connected with our community and share what we're doing online so people know that we're still going and what they do to help support us does really make a difference.
So although you've lost the community engagement from people getting together and packing gift bags, you've still got part of that from trying to get community engagement when it comes to fundraising. What methods or ways are you planning to host events or fundraise currently?
Yeah, as I was saying, it's had to switch virtually because there's still measures in place, and a lot of the events that were planned face to face have been cancelled. But over the course of lockdown, we've changed fundraising, so people have been doing things such as raffles online, so people can win prizes. People have been doing virtual challenges like running, or we've had the 2.6 challenge where people could do whatever they like as long as it used the numbers two, 2 and 6. So that was a really creative way. And people were, they were doing like 26 jumps or running 26 miles. Like for me, I did 2.6 miles and I ran in like a evening dress, which was crazy because it was hot. So we try and just think of as many different things we can do to try and keep that fundraising going and keep the donations and income coming in. What's been great is like we've had support from businesses, supermarkets have donated products, they've helped with donating money. So during the pandemic, we've received like support from organisations such as Tesco and Waitrose, and we've had local businesses reach out to help support us as well. So even though we can't do the face to face, we haven't lost the community because we connect. We make sure we can connect online, and that's what's so brilliant about the online the platform, in that we can still show people, look, we're still going. Like we'll share when we're at the hospitals delivering the gifts, handing them over to the nurses, or us preparing to deliver the gifts to the hospital, us out and about. So people know that we're still going, and that's enabled people to still support us. So yeah, it's been interesting, and it's like an adapting on a month by month basis, but it's brilliant. We've been able to find a way to still keep going because it's not the easiest period for any of us.
So you've been adaptable and flexible to try and find ways to fundraise and still get people involved.
Yeah.
What social media channels can people use to contact you? These will be posted in the description below.
Yeah, sure. So we're on a variety of social media platforms. So on Facebook, if you search the Lewis Foundation, on Twitter, it's at UK_TLF. On Instagram, it's the Lewis Foundation. And if you're on LinkedIn as well, if you just search the Lewis Foundation, you can find us. And we're always sharing what we're up to and what we're doing, and also how it's impacted people as well.
What ways can people donate to the Lewis Foundation?
Yeah, sure. So we allow the opportunity for people to donate money, or they can give an item. So in terms of the items, so like gift items, on our website we have an Amazon wish list link, so people can go on that link and it will basically list all the items that we put into our gift packs, and then you can order it from there. It comes direct to us and then we pop it in our gift bags, and that's a really easy way for people to do it. We also, if people want to buy their own products, say if they're out and about shopping or at the supermarket, they can post it to us. Again, this is on our website and it's through a service called droppoint.org. So you can pay for your postage online in advance and then drop it off at a Collect Plus, which is usually like a local newsagent. And then it comes straight to us as well. And that's a brilliant way if you want to donate products that way. On our website, we pretty much put a list of all the items we look for our gift pack, so you have a clear idea of what we need. And we also have ways that you can help in terms of donating money. We do a monthly gift giving, so you can sign up to donate £3.60 a month, which will help pay for one gift for somebody in hospital, which is a really easy way to donate. Because if you think about it, it's like a price of like a coffee if you go out to Starbucks or Costa. You can do more than that if some people do, but there's the option if people want to do the 360 for one gift. And on our website, it includes our Just Giving link. So if people do want to fundraise for us, they can set up a Just Giving page and they can fundraise through that and money comes straight to us. So, we offer loads of different opportunities for people to get involved, whether it's donate an item or donate money. Both are welcome to our charity.
How have you gotten? That's a really interesting way of getting people to donate to you. How do you get local community businesses to collaborate with you?
Yeah, sure. So for us, a lot of it is a mixture of what we do online and what people see. So a lot of the times we get businesses contact us because we're very active on all our social media channels. So there's usually something every day showing what we're up to and what we're doing and the difference it's making. And I found that's really useful in making people see that what you're doing is important and relevant. And that's been a really great way for businesses then to say, oh, I've seen the work you've been doing online. Is there any way I can support you, whether it's with products or fundraising or making a monetary donation? So I found being visible definitely makes a difference, as it shows people that you're making an impact, you're making a difference. So that's is like one way that we get communities business support. However, the other way we get it is that we'll make contact with companies. We'll, you know, we'll phone companies or we'll write to companies or email them and say, for example, if you wanted a certain type of gift for our gift bags, for example, say some books, we'd write to say like the Works or, we'd write to a supermarket and ask, is there any way you could support with either providing some books or a gift voucher so we can come in and buy something or order it online? And a lot of the times you will find that people will come back and say, yeah, I can help you out. What do you need? And it's been an amazing way to build connections actually with businesses within the community by reaching out and actually asking. And sometimes I think that's all it takes. You just have to get out there and ask and show them that, like, this is what I'm doing. It's helping somebody and it's making a difference. Can you help support me? And I found that people will come back, and if they can, they will support you. So ours is a mixture of both, really. It's about being visible, but also making sure that we still continue to reach out and engage with our community businesses to make them aware of who we are and what we do.
Is that any kind of companies or is it specific companies?
So for us, like, we give like 32 different types of gifts. So so we try and cover all bases, and basically the type of gifts we give is based on what feedback we've had from patients who have been in hospitals. So that's how we've been able to develop it so much. So whatever items are on our gift list collectively, we'll reach out to companies that will be able to provide us those type of items. So it enables us to be really flexible actually in terms of what companies we can contact, because we cover so many different things from, blankets. So we wrote to IKEA and they gave us like a donation supply of blankets, or we wrote to Waitrose and said, these are the items that we're looking for. We're really struggling for hand sanitizer and hand cream and hand soap, and they were able to supply that. So that's what, when I say we give people the option of either donating money or an item, that's what works really well for us, because a lot of time the companies haven't got the financial budget to give you a monetary donation, but they can give you, say, a load of products. And what's really good is that the products are just as valuable to us, because it means then the money that we do have, we don't have to spend on that, and we can use it to buy the other items that we need that we don't have. So yeah, for us, it's we will reach out to anybody and everybody who covers the items that basically we give within our gift packs. So we're very open to working with loads of different companies in doing that.
What kind of volunteering roles are available, and are you currently looking for any volunteers?
Yeah, so we've had volunteers roles in terms of the gift packing, which is where you pack from home, and everything's provided for you to be able to pack, such as like the sanitation products, the face masks, the gloves, and all the items you need. Basically, everything that you need to pack the gifts is there. We also look for people to always help with digital media, so such as things with helping us out with our social media channels, helping us record like footage and videos for our social media channels, putting things together, interviewing people to get case studies about the work we do, so we can share the impact and difference we make. We're always willing to have people that will help us fundraise and come up with different ways and creative ideas to fundraise to help our charity. So all the face to face stuff has had to stop, but we're adapting and creating volunteer roles because there's people out there that really want to help and they want to give back to the community and support them. So we're trying to find different ways that we can get people engaged and involved, because people do want to help each other and do want to make a difference. And I'm fully aware that the coronavirus has meant that a lot of volunteering opportunities have had to cease. But for us, like looking at working digitally and improving that, because we can all improve on that, and also engaging, writing to companies for product donations or, as I said, gift packing. There's loads of different ways that people can help. So if people are interested, they should definitely reach out and have a chat with us, and we could discuss what ways they can get involved.
Great. How do you plan to expand your team?
Yeah, so we have started to, actually, because of the gift packing. So at the moment we've got about 40 volunteers now. It had to really cut down because of the pandemic, but we've been able to now slowly get our volunteers back and helping again, which has been brilliant. So we've got 40 at the moment. As I said, we have other opportunities and roles if people do want to get involved and engaged. So if people do want to, then we're always willing to try and find a way to accommodate and have them as part of our volunteer team, because it's great having people out there who actually want to support and give back to the community and help others.
And it's also a good way to make the community aware of the Lewis Foundation and what they do and what service they provide to people.
Yeah, definitely.
I found when I looked on your website, the page "You've helped people" quite touching. Would you say that page provides a better insight to the impact of the Lewis Foundation?
Yeah, we always share the impact. I think sharing really the impact is really important, because we can all say, like I can say, we do a great job because it's the charity I've set up and a part of. But having it come from somebody, whether it's them themselves or their loved ones or their friends or a colleague, that says, look, they received this gift, or this time was given to them and it made them feel better. That to me, just it clearly shows what difference the work we're doing makes to the life of others. And first, we're always keen to try and share the impact, and I think that's really important, because if people are giving their time or they're giving their money or they're willing to give a donation, they're doing so on the basis that they know that it's helped somebody. Because it's if they don't see that or hear that, it could be going anywhere. And I'm looking at it from it before, when I started the charity, what would make me want to support somebody. And for me, wanting to support somebody is knowing that I was part of making a difference and making them feel better. And so that's why on our website you will see patient feedback and videos about patients speaking, because we just want to show and thank people basically for helping make a difference to somebody else's life. It's so important. And anytime we get any feedback of that nature, we'll share it, whether it's on our website or our social media, and just to make people aware. Thank you for helping us make a difference to somebody else.
Because every little impact and every little thing that is done by everyone creates a big ripple effect in going towards a charity providing a better difference to people, which is just a very good thing.
Yeah, 100%. You could like, it is like that ripple effect, because you help them, but it's not just them you're helping. You've made their their partner feel better, or their children, and then they tell somebody at work and their friends, and it spreads that way. And it's just an amazing feeling that, like, through one act of a gift that people have helped us make and put together, that it can make such a difference. And that's exactly why we love doing it, and why we're still continuing to do it all these years later.
That's definitely a good way to get people knowing what you do. In 2019, the Lewis Foundation provided 24,800 gift packs, equivalent of 2,500 gifts monthly, to 7 different hospitals. How do you plan to expand the Lewis Foundation to create a bigger impact?
Well, we've just expanded, so just before the pandemic, we were approached by Nottingham Hospital to provide our gifts there, at Nottingham City Hospital, but it was slowed down as a result of the pandemics, because we've had to find a way to try and adapt to make it work. But we started there last week, and we're not just doing Nottingham City, but we're doing another hospital there as well, called Queen's Medical Centre. So for that hospital, we're covering those two hospitals. Sorry, we're covering 43 wards, and last week we gave them 1,800 gifts, which is going to be their monthly amount. So that's definitely going to increase the amount of gifts we're giving from what we did last year. And now we support 9 hospitals throughout the Midlands. So yeah, it's something that when we started, we never even imagined. Like, I don't think we even imagined we would go past the first hospital we started, which was Northampton. So to be in a position now, like over 4 years later, where we've just started at another 2 hospitals, and you're going to be giving so many more gifts, it's amazing. It's an incredible feeling, that knowing that you can help so many people each month. Yes, the best. It is the best feeling, because you know it's making a difference because of the feedback we get.
You know what you're doing is making a difference, making an impact, and doing good at the same time. What would you say to someone who wants to start a charity?
For me, like, in hindsight, if I was advising somebody new, I would say make sure you actually research what it involves. But then I'm saying that now because if I probably did research it, then would I have had the confidence to do it? I don't know. It's a hard one. But I would say if you are doing it, it's not a hobby. It becomes your life in a good way. For me, it's changed changed my life for the better. It's given me a whole different viewpoint on life. It's enabled me to meet the most amazing people that would never have crossed my path. So if anyone is thinking of like setting up a charity, if you're passionate about making a difference, then I would definitely say go for it. But make sure you do your research. So go on the Charity Commission site, which has everything you need and all the pointers, because it makes life a lot less easier. it makes the life a lot easier and a lot less stressful, because we learn it. We did it, but we made it a lot more difficult for ourselves than it could have been. But I don't change any of it at all. The whole journey, I wouldn't change it at all. But definitely do your research. That's the main thing I would say. Yeah.
Definitely. Do you have any final words for possible listeners?
Yeah, so I mean, if anybody does want to get involved with our work, I mean, we do support all adults going through cancer treatment. And like I said, we're doing it across the Midlands area now. So if anybody does want to get involved or want to ask questions or learn more about what we do, please get in touch, which you can do so via our website. So that's www.thelewisfoundation.co.uk. But for me, it's just like reaching out and saying thank you to whoever's listening for supporting us and our journey in enabling us to get this off the ground and be able to touch the lives of so many people on a daily basis. And it's not easy for the people that are going through treatment, especially now during the coronavirus when people are going through treatment alone. So it's tough. It's tough more than ever. But to have something as simple as a gift, it might not seem important, or how is it going to make a difference? It's not going to make people, it's not going to cure cancer. But for the right now, when someone's in that hospital, it makes such a difference to them. So if anybody does want to get involved or learn more about that, then reach out and be part of making somebody feel better.
Very, very informative words.
Thank you. It's like, it's important, and it doesn't matter what age you have as well. I mean, we have people volunteer with us that are like as young as 8, and they help gift pack at home with their parents, or they write letters that go inside our gift packs to try and cheer people up. So it doesn't matter what age you are, you can still be involved and make a difference. And even if it's one thing, it all adds up collectively and makes a difference to somebody else. So yeah, feel free to reach out if you want to get involved.
Thank you for joining this podcast, Lorraine.
Thank you.
The Lewis Foundation social media channels are posted in the description below. If you'd like this podcast, please have a look on the Lewis Foundation's websites and social media channels for more information. Please like and subscribe to this channel for more business podcasts. Thank you for listening.
No, thank you for taking the time to do the interview. It was great. Thank you.